Hey, what's up, y'all? Gonna be playing this Zombie Tower 3 challenge from BO3 on the workshop. If you want to check it out, I would highly recommend buying this game. I have like, and I know it sounds like rookie numbers, but I have like 1,000 hours on this shit. Oh shit, I forgot. I know it says 30 points, but they really don't charge you anything. Dang. I think I might have already lost. Because realistically, I'm gonna need a lot of points right here. The easy way, actually, an easy way out of this challenge, or an easy way to get started, is to whoa, no, dude, I almost fucked myself over already, dude. An easy way to get this challenge started is to have is to get quick revive, and then don't run out of those perks. Yep, I already ran out of perks. And then, well, basically, you buy quick revive, save up, 500 points or whatever. And you'll be able to, maneuver your way out of the starter room, because that's the first big obstacle, is that damn starter room. Oh shit! I didn't turn the power on. Sick. Alright, sick. Craft this. Just in case you guys didn't see, the power switch was right there in that corner. Power box thing was right there. And then there's a little soda right here that you can get. And then once you collect like 3 or 4 of them, they'll be in this video. Once you collect, damn, I shouldn't have switched my gun. Once you collect 3 or 4 of those sodas, you can get a free perk up at the top of the tower. And for this challenge, dude, these maps, I do like them. A lot of them are way too hard. But the reason why I like them, or at least one reason, is the fact that they kind of remind me of like when you're a little kid, you're playing with your toys, and your little character is getting overwhelmed, and by a big old mob of bad guys, and they're fighting to the death or whatever, or just for survival. And I feel like this whole concept of just fighting these endless waves of zombies and retreating, and we're at DEFCON 5 almost, it really reminds me of like playing that with that stuff as a kid. Oh shit. No! I don't even know what perk I got, dude. I wasn't even paying attention. Whatever. I'm tripping, dude. I should have never gone for that. This, and then this, so my gun is way stronger. It's like an early pack. Yeah, it's like an early pack-a-punch, dude. Hello. Shit, I didn't even test my mic, dude. I'm glad there's some audio. I can see it right there. The sound waves or whatever that are being recorded. Let me back up. I don't want that fucking teddy bear to be filled. Oh shit. Again, I'm a fuck up. No. Oh shit, I'm actually gonna fuck up. Damn it. I should have. Fuck. Should have kept that. Oh, wait, never mind. Sick. Actually, now I could buy this. I'm playing on Steam Deck, so don't hate on me. I'm not using mouse and keyboard. I know this is a PC, a Steam workshop game and stuff, game mode, but I'm using Steam Deck's just normal controls and stuff, you know? Shit. Oh shit. Man, dude, something that I've kind of been thinking about recently, because I never really watched PewDiePie, but I did watch some of his videos as a kid, and I wonder, like, if people didn't have, like, this obsession with, like, the brand new all the time, like, would people still enjoy, like, the old school, like, Markiplier Five Nights at Freddy's saga, you know? Like, would they go back and watch the Filthy Frank era videos and shit? Do they still hold water today? Are they still funny to the newer generations? Because for me, as an adult, I'll admit, I don't find that stuff funny anymore, you know? And I'm not sure if it's necessarily entirely because I've gotten older or because I've seen it, you know? I've seen these videos before. Oh shit, I got jugged. I've seen these videos before. I know the history already. I know what those people are gonna do in the future. What they've done already, you know, what they've become. There's other creators where they've done bad things, and then, of course, you don't want to go back in time and support them. But with the whole revenue thing, too, like, what if there's just an out of nowhere, like, trend where the modern day generation, it just goes back and watches like the classic videos, you know? Because not everything is dated like a news segment or something. I know that I feel like a lot of things nowadays have kind of fallen into like the criticism, you know, kind of like H3, where like their show is just kind of like a news segment and it feels very dated. So if you miss an episode and you don't watch it within like the same week or sometimes even the same day, it feels like you're missing out, or you're on that old news shit. And most content on YouTube, like, what if out of nowhere, like, every 14-year-old from this like current generation, they all start watching, you know, like Filthy Frank, and they think it's hilarious. Like, is Joji just gonna out of nowhere start making revenue off of YouTube again? You know, how does that even work? Is he gonna make more now because of how the structure is? It's more ironed out and stuff. Is he gonna make more money now than he used to? Because now there's like a better ad revenue system and stuff. Damn, they just keep giving me death machines, dude. But yeah, I was just thinking about that, especially with like PewDiePie. And, you know, he's not the top creator anymore, or most subscribed. I mean, you know, that fell to, I think, T-Series and Mr. Beast and all that. You know, I kind of think about that too, like with kids and how, you know, modern day cartoons, you know, people are talking about, oh, they're too liberal. You know, they got like the Transformer that was talking about, you know, my gender or something. And then Optimus Prime apologized. Like, I don't really mind any of that stuff. The main problem I have with modern day cartoons and stuff is that they're just too intense, you know? I want kids to like slow down, you know, and watch stuff like Babar or Rupert the Bear or Me and My Friend Rabbit, you know, some Cubo stuff that's like, you know, it makes like a more calm, relaxing vibe. And I know that kids are restless sometimes and they get real angsty and stuff about like anything. swap out the Pharaoh. I don't like that damn gun. And they kind of want like the high energy Mr. Beast shit, you know? I don't want anything. I don't want none of that shit. For my kids, if I have any, you know? Like, I want them to have a more calm, like, upbringing, you know, Curious George, or like a little bit more like Sesame Street or something. Damn, stupid. I got interrupted. I got an alarm on my phone, and it just cut the video. That's messed up. Why didn't it just pause? Not, it didn't cut the video, it just paused the audio that I was recording. Why wouldn't it just pause it? It's alright, I just hit record again. Now I have a different audio file. I could just splice them together. You know, and not only just like with cartoons and stuff, like with video games too, you know, like I feel like kids would definitely see the fun and stuff in like playing Vice City or GTA 3 or Call of Duty World at War. That one's a little more traumatic. I don't really want to show kids that at too early of an age, you know? Because that game came out in 2006. I was probably 2007 or 2006, yeah, around the time I played that game, and I wouldn't say I was traumatized, but I feel like that's way too young, you know? I was in like first grade. The fuck was I doing, you know, protecting Reznov from sniper fire at 6 years old? Like, and then the zombies and stuff, like by far the atmosphere and the like dog like howling and shit or barking that they do in Nocturne and Totem, because I didn't buy any DLC, so I only had Noct. Damn, I should have never got that shit. Now I got Who's Who. Fucking hate Who's Who. But fuck, I forgot what point I was making. But yeah, I don't think I don't want a kid exposed to that kind of shit, you know, too early. That just seems like bad parenting a little. Like, they could do without that knowledge for a bit, you know? And there's parents out there, you know, everyone has the right to take care of and treat their kids or raise them however they want. But there's people that are out there, you know, involving their kids in politics and shit, you know, way too early. And it's like, how about you just have these kids argue about who their favorite Ninja Turtle is, huh? What's the point of you making this kid, you know, like that video of that little kid that's talking about, he keeps calling me a Democrat. I'm not a Democrat. You know? Why the fuck does he even know what a Democrat is? For what reason? What's he gonna do? Vote? Oh, start 'em young. What? They're gonna find out eventually, you know? Doesn't take that fucking much to learn two fucking concepts, right or left, you know? And with that point, like, to what extent do you even know about it? You know, you're a fully grown adult. Why aren't you involved in politics as a job, not just out here posting shit on Facebook and performative activism on the left and, you know, stupid radical following on the right? Like, come on. Both of you guys are a bunch of annoying ass motherfuckers, you know, that need to chill. Go watch your favorite movie. Go play your favorite video game. Go to your favorite restaurant and enjoy your life instead of talking about this politics shit, you know? Because if you guys really cared, then why aren't you a politician? Why didn't you go to school for that, you know? Like those college students that are out here talking about communism, learning about communism, falling in love with Hassan Piker and shit. The fuck are you out here, you know, caring about what the fuck that motherfucker has to say? Silver spoon ass bitch. You think he cares about you? Tripping, bro, tripping. No! I just fucking traded my fucking Wonderwall. Damn, bro. Yo, I just traded my Wonderwall, man. Fuck. But yeah, fuck that shit. Performative this and that or whatever. How you guys gonna think anybody cares about this shit? You know, if you guys don't care about, you don't care about it enough to go into politics. You know, like what the fuck are you going to school for? An art liberal degree or whatever, liberal arts degree. Why don't you go into politics since you're so fucking passionate about it? You know, why don't you be, you know, somebody behind AOC and help her push the agenda or narrative or political beliefs that you believe in, you know? She's a human being, you're a human being. And I'm tired of you guys going and, oh, I don't know what to do with my life, I don't know what to do. And then you go, you know, scream BLM. It looks like you're passionate enough to do that shit on your free time. Why don't you go make a career out of it, you know? Like, come on, man. You guys are tripping. Fuck. Ended up with a damn Pharaoh again. Wake up. Is there something on the radio I'm not hearing? Shit. Anyways, I'm almost done with this challenge. I mean, to my own standards, I guess. Oh, I got electric chair. Oh shit. Should I trade my gun? Yeah, I trade this one. I don't fucking like this one. Yeah, bro, because like everybody's always talking about how, you know, they sent their kid to college and they got radicalized and they're like, I don't even want to send them to college anymore because they just became fucking communists, blue-haired, they came back gay and trans and this and that, and it's like, you guys are so radical and this and that, and why don't you guys make the world more accepting, you know? And you want to know how to do that? Which is kind of funny since you guys are the fucking idiots that went to college. I thought you'd be able to fucking think about this by now, but join the political sphere, you know? And not in some stupid grifter online Alex Jones shit. Because that's all Hassan is. He's just basically left-wing Alex Jones, you know? If you guys don't see that, then you guys aren't truly, you know, unbiased and like real with anything. You know, you guys you got, what is it, rose-colored glasses? You know, that's why I say, you know, you guys are like simping over him and shit, and it's like, it's very obvious. You guys are, you know, you ignore when he does like weird, crazy, radical shit, like when he watches like terrorist propaganda and he acts like it's okay. And no, it's not. You know, if American propaganda is not okay, then, you know, Hamas, I'm not even gonna list the organizations, but all of those organizations of, you know, that he fucking promotes, because he promotes like all of them. None of them are okay. You know, everybody's talking about the evils of the CIA and how they infiltrated this election and they created this and that. Terrorist organizations are the CIA, dude. Like, they're the one and the same, I would say. But just because Hassan is out here, you know, saying like, oh, they're the okay, like, you're just gonna take his word for it. How do you know he's not just like a huge fucking asset, you know? The same way that he's trying to like manipulate you and show you, you know, specific media and stuff in order to get you on his team or whatever. How do you know he's not like fully infiltrated, and, you know, even he doesn't even know how deep down the rabbit hole he's gotten. To where he thinks he's trying to be like, you know, a good person and educate the youth or whatever, but in reality he's just a low-key agent that has fallen for, you know, propaganda of his own, which I'm fairly certain that's exactly what's going on with that character, man. Damn, I thought I lost my Wonder Wall for a sec. Thought I traded it in or something. I didn't see it in rotation real quick. Why am I so paranoid? I keep thinking these guys are gonna pull up. Oh, they're pretty quick. But I forgot. I completely forgot I got a fucking nuke. Cause yeah, me too. I'm not trying to influence people in any direction, you know? I'm not a political streamer or whatever. And I think the only thing I want to influence people to be is more free thinking, you know? What do you think freedom is for? What do you think America gives you freedom for? So you could be a free thinker, man. So you could look at things objectively, unbiased, you know, where if you want to include your own personal bias, that's your freedom to do, man, you know? But if there's one thing I hate is more, if there's one thing I hate more, you know, and I feel like goes against freedom a lot, is people trying to trick you and force you to believe this and condition you to believe that, you know? It's like a car salesman trying to fucking hate car salesmen, man. Dealerships and all that shit. Or timeshare people. Just anybody is out there trying to sign you up for some bullshit, you know? Like Herbalife or something. I fucking hate those people. They'll sell their fucking mother's kidneys in order to, you know, get ahead in life or whatever. Just to sign up people to their fucking pyramid scheme. But that's what I'm against. I don't want people to fall for that stuff. I want them to think for themselves, you know? I want them to think freely enough to think, you know, to know that what kind of life they want, you know, and to move towards it, or to try to
November 1, Sierra 3, showing back in service.
Or to try to like have their family members, I don't know, just raise their family members to have similar ideas, or give them the freedom to like branch off, you know? Like if you got a daughter that wants to live her own life, or a son that wants to be gay or something, you don't really care, you know, you don't really like that stuff, you don't have to support it, you know, and be there hand in hand at the fucking parade and stuff. But like, you gotta give your kid the freedom that America affords them, so they can make their own decisions, you know? And I'm not saying abandon your child or anything, but like, you know, freedom, man. What do you think? Why'd you give birth to that kid in the greatest country in the whole fucking world, huh? So you could be controlling, so you can control that kid and tell him, you know, you're no son of mine if you do this, or you're not my daughter if you do this. Like, come on, man. If you wanted to, you know, fucking controllable, robot, programmable child, why didn't you go give birth to them in a fucking communist country, huh? Where they couldn't, even if they wanted. And why don't you give birth to them, you know, in another country where, you know, you're basically giving birth to a fucking robot, where, yeah, you can program them and treat them and do whatever the hell you want, you know, and they have to listen. You know, there's different cultures, there's different countries, and they all have different different perspectives on how to deal with, you know, raising a child, or fucking kids that go against their parents and shit. Different levels of respect, cultural differences. And if you didn't want them to be free to do whatever the hell they want, then why do you want them to be here? You know, if you truly have a huge problem with your kid, or to that degree, you have such a problem with your kids to that degree, just I don't know, shoot. I don't know what to say, man. Just deal with it, you know. If you really, if somehow you spend 18 years of caring and loving this kid, and you still don't like them, simply because of, like, you know, sexual orientation or their own political beliefs that they develop, then yeah, you have every right to not talk to them again. But then you gotta look inside yourself and think, like, what's wrong with me that I can't get along with people that are different, you know? 'Cause everybody is different. Why am I friends with the coworker that I've never, you know, why am I more friendly with the coworker that I don't even know what their beliefs are? I don't even know if they're married, or if they have a girlfriend or whatever. Why do I get along with them more than I do with my own kid? You know? And then I think if you look deep inside, you'll see that there's some sort of resentment, you know, where either you see a little too much of yourself in them, or you're just mad that you don't somehow. And yeah. But anyways, you think that I wonder, dude, like how that would work when, going back to the topic of, like, kids all of a sudden, or like the younger demographic, or even my demographic, returning and watching those videos, like I'm pretty happy that they're still archived and still up, dude. Because there was a Smosh video, the Man Spider one. There's a scene where he kicks this naked guy into a pool, and they do like 7 or 8, like rehearsed takes of like the guy falling into the pool, like he kicks him. And I remember I was in middle school. That cracked me the F up, dude. That made me laugh so much. I was cracking up, dude. And I mean, it wasn't even that funny, but like, and I watched it again and it still brought a smile to my face, just thinking about it. Oh, thank God. I thought I was gonna get stuck. Yeah, it still brought a smile to my face, man. That shit was still funny. It's just absurd, The guy like popped out and said, "Who wants to go skinny dipping?" And then Anthony Padilla said some shit like, "No one." And he kicked the guy into the pool. Or he punched him into the pool or something. And then the guy was screaming like, "Ah!" And it just kept replaying from different angles. "Ah! Ah! Ah! Ah!" And then there was blood that splattered on the camera. All he did was get kicked into the pool. It was just absurd, dude. Like some straight clown show shit. Very self-aware, It was like a SpongeBob episode or something. Like it was just like for no reason extremes at some random points, like with the explosions. Like in SpongeBob, like Squidward would drop, fucking SpongeBob's spatula, and then it would explode, like for no reason. Well, I think I'm pretty tapped out. Kind of this map has kind of ran its course, I feel like. I'm glad I got it first try, though. I usually die at the very beginning. And I mean, like, the very, very beginning, not, like, in this first room and shit. Like, I'm barely even able to get out of here. It takes me, like, 3 tries. Because the fucking fun's not over, dude. You gotta run over here, buy the RK5, shoot, get around the whole fucking zombie horde. And then train them a bit here, shoot, until they drop like a perk or something, the speed boost one. And then you can maneuver, and escape, getting hit, or they give you like the instant kill or death machine or something. Or the unlimited ammo one. That's just the infinity symbol. And then you could just endlessly spam the RK5. And then with that, you could grind a bunch of points. Save up, buy this first door. And then buy, what's this gun called? Like the PD or L-car. Buy the L-car. I don't buy that shit. Then I buy this shit. Pharaoh fucking sucks, but it's cheap. But then you try to buy one of these and they cost too much. Vesper's good. Next one I buy is probably this one. Yeah, I usually buy the Kuda. This one costs too damn much. This one, I'm pretty sure, it costs too damn much. This shit costs enough. It costs the same as Pack-a-Punch. Like, what the fuck? I'm not gonna pay Pack-a-Punch money for a base level gun. What the hell? Oh shit, they found me. Anyways, I think this shit ran its course. Oh. Actually, Let me see. Mix the ingredients and a free perk. Now I got a perk that's not even on the map. Tombstone. And I don't think you could survive this drop unless you buy PhD, but there's a huge slide right here. Just letting y'all know. Oh, let me show you guys how to get out of the map. Shit. Because I found this out. We better not have patched it, but you could get on out, you know, right there. And then you could also get back into the map. Oh, I should have took the teleporter. There's a teleporter at the bottom that brings you all the way up here. That's the same way you get back into the map too. You know, getting into the teleporter. I think I gotta go through there. Well, I should be able to do it here. Yeah, you do that, and then you fall here, and then you follow this pathway, and now you're out of the map. I think the zombies could still chase you. Yeah, I think the zombies can still chase you out here. It's kind of hard to see them because of the grass. The grassy knoll. Yeah, look at them. And then to get back into the map, you just go to this little hut. Right there to that teleporter room. Not teleporter room, but teleporter hallway. 'Cause you just step in here and you end up on the top of the map right here. Get down here. Now you're out of the map again. Now you're in the map again. Anyways, I'm gonna fucking kill myself here. Yeah, it's that easy. I'll catch y'all in another video. Peace.